Did you know you can actually guide another person into an orgasm without touching them? Ooh, it's true. In fact, if you're greedy, you can give yourself a no-touch orgasm of your very own. They're free. Indulge yourself. Stick around. I'll tell you more. Live, trance, and prosper. Hi, I'm Dr. Brian David Phillips, and welcome to the No-Touch Hypnotic Orgasm and how to achieve it. That's right. Today we're going to answer a question from one of the members of one of my various forums, and that question is related to the no-touch orgasm. Is it a myth? Is it a real thing? Can I learn to do it? Is it a myth? No. Is it a real thing? Yes. Can I learn to do it? Well, I already know how, and I'm going to tell you a bit more. First off, let's get to the question. A user writes in, "Hi, where can I find scripts for no-hand masturbation? Can I come just by using my mind? Can I have a wet dream just using hypnosis? Thanks." Well, here we go. Yes, you can do all those things. With women, the resulting suggested orgasm is often a full-on physical and emotional and mentally experienced state of intense erotic arousal and exploding orgasmic pleasure. While with men, they experience the full emotional and physical sensations, but often without ejaculation, although men too can be trained for complete physical responsiveness, including ejaculation, although that's not really what orgasm is about. Note there are differences between orgasm and climax, although the no hands, no touch hypnotic orgasm includes climactic sensations. Now, I've been teaching this sort of stuff for a very, very long time. I'm an old man. Years and years ago, about maybe 2 decades, maybe a little more, my elder brother was talking to me, and he said that he'd just come home back to Kansas. I was living in Taiwan. I still live in Taiwan. And he said that he had just returned from a trip to New York City. And in New York City, he'd gone to a party, a social gathering of like-minded individuals. He said there was a hypnotist there, and he saw something very weird. And that was the hypnotist had a bet during the party. People make bets and they have jokes, and sometimes those of us who are hypnotists, we get approached by folks, "I'll bet you can't hypnotize me." Well, this guy was talking to a girl in a group, and she said she didn't think that she was susceptible to that sort of thing. And so he offered a bet. And the bet that he gave was, "I'll bet you $100 US green money that I can talk you into an orgasm within 5 minutes without touching you." And the girl's, "Oh, right, you're just going to talk to me and give me an orgasm. Yeah, sure, I'll take that bet." He said, "Okay, but it has to be honest, and you have to sit comfortably, and you have to actually follow my directions. No cheating, just follow the directions. And she says, sure, I'll give it a go, but I don't think you can give me an orgasm, dude. I don't know you, and I don't particularly find you attractive. Ooh, insult to injury there. Well, long story cut a little shorter. My brother said he was amazed that all the guy did was he stood next to her and he kind of bent down while she's there. Her eyes are closed and he was just talking to her. And she started getting responsive. And after a couple minutes, and 3 minutes, okay, not the full 5, but within 3 minutes, she was holding on to the arms of the chair, and her whole body was boom, boom, boom. She was having a full-blown orgasm with screaming and all sorts of interesting effects right then, right there. And my brother asked me, was that real or was she just pretending? And so I asked, did it seem real? Did she seem like that sort of an actress? He says, well, it looked real. I says, well, let me see. I says, I'm not sure. I wasn't there, and there are many ways to do this sort of thing. But my guess is he did this, 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 and this. And then she came. To which my brother said, yeah, you're right. He did all those things, and she really was into it. He also won his money, which he then handed back to her. And so my brother had asked me if it was real, if it really could be done with that sort of an approach, just talking someone into an orgasm. It's not like talking someone into doing something else. It's talking them into an orgasm without touching them. Yeah, you can do those things. Now, as to the specific techniques and approaches on how to do it, well, I've been teaching many, many different approaches. There really are a whole bunch of ways of doing this sort of thing. And if you're a subscriber to my YouTube channel, you've probably seen me talk about this sort of stuff in other videos, as well as seen videos of me actually doing it with real live human beings. And of course, if you're in Taiwan, or if you can travel to Taiwan, I occasionally have courses here. I've also taught this sort of stuff in other places all around the world. Globe-trotting erotic hypnosis classes. I've taught it in the United States, Taiwan, Japan, Malaysia, India, Hong Kong, and other places. In fact, if you've got enough folks who genuinely want to learn, contact us and we'll talk. Of course, if you're in Sydney, Australia, or if you can get to Sydney, Australia this coming September 5 and 6, 2015, then you can join us for the Sensual Mind Ecstatic, which will be a seminar in expanding intimate pleasure that I'll be teaching on unlocking intensified intimate orgasmic experiences. So check out our web pages for info on that course and sign up now. Sign up now because, well, the early bird prices go fast. Now let's go to specific techniques and approaches on how to do this sort of stuff. We can learn processes rather than scripts. I strongly encourage you not to memorize scripts and regurgitate them at folks. There are scripts, and on my webpage and the Introduction to Erotic Hypnosis, I've got links to scripts and all sorts of stuff free materials as well as classes and video courses you can take. But the thing about scripts is that they're actually models. They're not intended to be read to everyone. Hypnosis or focused trance or ecstatic states are very experiential and they're very individual. That means that one man's trance is another man's daydream. And we really want that experiential set. And so you want to look at scripts. Oh yeah, read those suckers. But when you do, look for the underlying process beneath the words. The outline it. Outline what happens. And that way you have certain boilerplate or words that you use all the time because it's just natural to speak this way in your style and your approach to things, but you also feed back what the client or trance partner is giving you so that you can intensify the experience that they're having and guiding them. Some folks, all it takes is just 3 simple words or 3 steps or stages and they're there. Some folks, they need a little more to get there. Some folks need some more foreplay. Others are boom, boom, boom right away. And those boomgasms are pretty awesome. But you want to tailor your approach to each individual. So look at scripts as if they are models of processes. And there are a number of processes for this sort of thing as applied to therapeutic, recreational, or entertainment contexts. I've actually guided people into orgasm in each of those contexts: therapy, entertainment, and consensual adult recreation. Now first, you want to work with a willing, consenting adult partner who understands the process and who has your best interests at heart. And second, get hypnotized. Consenting adults, get hypnotized. And then third, you engage imaginatively into an erotic image. Fourth, accelerate that so erotic feelings just get stronger and stronger and stronger. Fifth, use a reverse staircase or similar technique to climax. For instance, as I count from 1 to 10, with each number, the erotic feelings become more and more powerful until when I reach the number 10, you explode and come with an explosive orgasm that shoots through your mind, your spirit, and your body powerfully. And then you do that. 6, increase the responsiveness by compounding the orgasm experience. Again, come, etc. And 7, set a trigger for arousal. And then 8, for climax. Now, of course, check out my video that's on YouTube, as well as on my webpage, that webinar, which you can download the audio for, as well as watch the video on the boomgasm, or how to give a hypnotic orgasmic experience, which goes through another level of processes. There are many different things. Okay? Now, how do you go about doing all that? First, read the message archives in the Hypnosis Technique Exchange, my Yahoo group, as well as the archive of erotica trance or erotic hypnosis posts on my blog site. Yeah, the link is in the thingy-dig. So check those out and read whatever you can. Actually, on the exchange and on my blog, you'll literally find thousands of past posts. On the group, lots of messages and scripts and materials like that. If you're unfamiliar with hypnosis and the basic techniques, then just start with the first message of the group or the first blog post on my blog site, and just go all the way back and start browsing. Not reading everything, but browsing and then reading those things that look appropriate. On my blog, of course, there's going to be a mixture of things from content posts to advertising posts and things like that. So you want to get to the material that's appropriate for your needs. So read, digest, understand, and read. If you already know the basics, or if you don't know the basics and you kind of have an idea, you can also do a refresher with my ultimate hypnotist training and that sort of thing, so you can learn that. I've got an excellent comprehensive video actually on pleasure hypnosis, and that is the ultimate pleasure hypnotist comprehensive course that you can check out on my web pages. All right, but you can also look at all the free resources. I'm not just trying to sell you things. I love to sell you things. Your money is so pretty to me. But honestly, my primary interest here is to give you information so that you can move forward and really experiment. And you don't have to buy anything. You can use free resources to learn a lot. Although the video courses and the live courses I teach, obviously you're going to get things in an accelerated manner and go a little deeper, a little quicker than the less programmed method of finding things on your own. But I've got a lot of material on my blog. Check that out and just check things out, okay? Now, I've posted erotic hypnosis primers for various contexts a number of times with lists of many very good scripts that do just what you're asking about. That is the no-touch orgasm, and teach you how to do that. Just you need to adapt scripts to your context. That's why I say outline those suckers and look for processes. However, since the original query, the question I'm answering, is really about responses to how that person wants to feel it for themselves, I would suggest that they look at the pertinent essays on my blog related to this sort of thing. There are a few lists, and I do have in a sidebar an introduction to erotic hypnosis that has some books you can take a look at, as well as some scripts and things like that. And of course, my own video courses on the subject. So take a look at the material specifically on accelerating hyperacuity using hyperimperia and expansing full-on sensory experience within focused trance, so that imagery or suggestions feel extremely real or hyper-real. Now, if you want to learn this sort of thing, the no-touch orgasm, for yourself, I would suggest that it's ideal that you have a competent hypnotist partner to work with. But barring that, then find someone, a willing, consenting adult partner, who shares an interest in mutual exploration and experimentation in a safe, sane, and consensual manner with one another's best intentions at heart. This sort of stuff really is more enjoyable and works so much more effectively while working with a partner than on one's lonesome. Albeit, a skilled hypnotist can indeed help you learn a conditioning sequence that will reliably drop you into somnambulism or experiential hypnosis or experiential self-trance work or auto-hypnosis, so that you can run the processes on your own. You can also experiment with audio recordings and things like that. Once again, I've got a slew of stuff in my online store, but there are other hypnotists, competent hypnotists, who cover this sort of material as well, although my video course is a little more comprehensive than most out there at this time. Check out the Sydney course, upcoming in September of 2015, for even more. Now, for your own work in this, your own boom, remember, when it comes to any recreational or entertainment application of focused trance modalities, and most particularly when it comes to erotic trance play, while hypnosis or focused trance can be very beneficial for recreational self-exploration or pleasure enhancement for consenting adults who have agreed to play in a safe, sane, and consensual manner, it is not merely a mindfuck game, okay? The other person's welfare and desires must take paramount importance. This is very, very important. No means no, and yes only means yes as far as it is safe and sane. Don't assume you can manipulate someone else into complying with your own hidden agenda with this stuff. The only agenda should be the other person's welfare and the other person's pleasure. This is important. Those of you who are familiar with my work know that I'm a big fan of quintillion. The quintillion paradigm. Use it. Or don't learn this stuff because you're a dick. Alrighty? I think that's pretty clear. Now, if you can stay within a safe, sane, and informed consensual model, go mine the archives of my sites, and I'm certain you will find exactly the sort of information you're looking for and more. If you need clarification or further advice about a specific technique, then feel free to post the reference and ask away. Go to my web pages or the Hypnosis Technique Exchange or the SET Experiential Hypnosis and Beyond Facebook group and join the discussion. Ask questions. Not just me there, but other folks there. Of course, you can also comment on this video or other videos on my YouTube channel. And maybe, if you have specific questions, I'll make a video regarding that particular question. I'm always happy to help folks on this sort of material. Well, on a whole bunch of material. I'm just happy to help you. I really am, too. I genuinely want these videos that I put out to help you. So help me help you by asking pertinent questions. Now, of course, I would suggest you also learn the basics and seek out competent training for this sort of stuff. Actually, whether you wish to use this stuff for recreation, for entertainment, or even therapeutic work. Yes, erotic contexts apply to all of these. Then good, solid, core hypnosis basic training is very, very worthwhile. If you're in Taipei, check out my workshops and seminars here. Or if you're in one of the other places that I sometimes teach, or if you've got enough folks in your own locale, contact us. September 5 and 6, 2015, I'll be in Sydney, Australia for the Sensual Mind Ecstatic. This is a very special seminar. A lot of the material I've never taught anywhere, let alone in Sydney. So it's going to be pretty exciting. And most of the material's never been taught in Sydney anyway. So check us out for that. I hope this has been rather helpful. I do want to signpost something, and that is there's a difference between no-touch orgasmic processes and breath of fire or fire breath tantric processes. There are videos actually on my website. Just put in breath of fire and you'll see at least one video on that sort of approach, a tantric approach to the material. Typically that's one way of doing it, through breathing. Check out my video on breath erotica for breathing orgasms. Yes, you can have an orgasm from breathing. Check that material out as well. Another video you might check out is that of a university student or college student demonstrates blissnosis with the thinking off style mental focus, no-touch orgasm. Just type that in, college student blissnosis or thinking off. After seeing a special report on TV about mental focus and the no-touch thinking off style orgasms, a university student decided to give it a go and see if he could have an orgasm himself following a protocol similar to what I do with breath erotica or breathing orgasms. And as you can see from that video, just search on my web pages, the demonstration that a man or woman can indeed have an orgasm with no physical stimulation through the use of the power of the mind alone. Yes, it's real, and more importantly, you can enjoy your own intensified imaginative orgasms yourself through breathing and imagination. My own approaches are a little different. I've got a number of approaches. One of the approaches that I particularly like is boom, real quick. It was developed by a dear friend of mine, Rick Brown, who has passed on. He's been gone for a number of years, but he developed the suggested orgasm workshop for women. At swingers events, he would have these workshops for women where he had an orgasm chair, and they would sit in the chair, and he would just go A, B, C, and boom, they would have orgasms. His protocol, if you want to take a look at the webinar I did on this particular subject, where I go into very heavy detail on his protocol and other approaches to the orgasm play shop or suggested orgasm workshops and how to conduct them, on my website, just check out Orgasm Play Shop. But he had 3 steps, okay? And his steps, here's the short protocol, but you can check out that other material for a more lengthy approach to it. But he'd essentially say A, C. All right, so step A, he would say, when I say A, your eyes always close. And then step B, when I say B, your eyes are locked so tight that no matter how hard you try, you cannot open your eyes. The more you try to open your eyes, the more your eyes lock closed. When you are sure you will not open, tell me in your own words, my eyes are locked closed. And then he would say A, and add, try to open them and find they are locked closed. A, then B. So A, close your eyes. B, your eyes are locked. The more you try to open them, the more locked they become. When you're sure that they're locked, just let me know. B. And then step C, he would say, when I say the letter C, your nipples become clits. Your clit nipples are so sensitive that they make you feel orgasmic all over. C. He'd just say C. And the wonderful, sensuous, orgasmic feelings that you always feel during an orgasm are in you now. The tiny blue spark in the center of you is a wild flame. It is a wildfire, and you are coming. The orgasm continues. You are coming. And he would encourage the orgasm, but he doesn't touch the subject for any reason. The trance partner is never touched, even if she's his wife in those kind of workshops. Now you can check out Orgasm Play Shop. I go through much more detail on those three: step A, step B, step C. And you can run, especially if you're an experienced erotic hypnotist, you can run a workshop. And he'd set up a chair at swingers events after he did the workshop. He'd just put a chair in the hallway, and he had a nice little sign, orgasm chair. And women would line up. They'd line up to have a special experience. Of course, you could also do this with men, although I suspect you're not going to have clit nipples. You're going to have penis nipples. These are my penis nipples. Hi, hello, hi. Of course, you don't have to use his protocol. If you're an experienced hypnotist, you obviously recognize it is an adaptation of a number of things. There's a little bit of Elman protocol in there and some other things. It's a very beautiful, very straightforward, very simple approach. But that's another way of doing it. So today, you've learned a few approaches to the hands-off, no-touch orgasm. Now, I got another follow-up question for this, and that is, thank you very much, Bob, and that is, you're talking a lot about the no-touch orgasm. Is it okay if we touch? Well, if you're doing a public workshop, no. If you're in therapy, probably not a good idea. If you're working on stage, maybe, depends on the show, but certainly not in an erotic way. You have to be very respectful. If this is adult, consensual, recreational hypnosis with someone you have a pre-established erotic relationship with and they're okay with it, then touch away. In fact, the full-on touch orgasm is kind of even more awesome. In fact, you can run this sort of thing while having sex. Yes, serious. Penis in vagina or penis in other places, whatever your approach to sexuality is, and full-on orgasm. Just fire it off during sex and have some fun. You can also use these processes to learn how to have simultaneous orgasms with a partner. There's lots and lots of things you can learn. I can only scratch the surface in a short video like this, but certainly on your own you can experiment, safe, sane, consensual, and do all sorts of wonderful things. Now, of course, check out my web pages for the courses and materials there. But if you are really wanting to learn some in-depth approaches to some amazing techniques that'll really turbocharge your love life, or if you're a hypnotherapist, you're already into this sort of stuff, you can learn some things to help your clients or others. If you're not a hypnotherapist but you work with people, this is really some really heavy-duty stuff. Or if you're just interested in learning skill sets for consenting adult recreational purposes, please do check out our Expanding Intimate Pleasure seminar coming up at the Sensual Mind Ecstatic in Sydney, Australia, September 5 and 6, 2015. Now, at the time of this recording, there are still some early bird seats. So the pricing is very advantageous and you get buku bonuses. But if you wait too long, then you're going to lose that chance out. Of course, this is YouTube, so the video is going to be out there for a long time after the course. So if it's already past September 5 and 6, 2015, you lost out. Sorry. Too bad. Oh gosh. But go to my website and check out all the other stuff that you can have access to if you missed out on the sensual Mind Ecstatic. If it's still time, if it's before September 5 and 6, 2015, then get on the site and sign up now. Seriously, do it now. It'll be really good for you. And you won't regret it. In fact, you're gonna go boom, boom, oh yeah. Seriously, it's gonna be great fun. Sign up. I hope this video has been helpful. I hope that you feel that you've gotten something good out of it. Please do click subscribe and like the video, share it on social media, make comments, let us know what you like about the programs that we've been contributing, or ask questions about the sort of thing that you would want more information about. I really do make these videos with the goal of helping you. So click that subscribe button and make sure you check out our YouTube channel. You can check out our webpage, and of course join us in Sydney, Australia, September 5 and 6, 2015. And we're going to have some fun together. But for now, this is Dr. Brian David Phillips saying, live, trance, and prosper. Bye-bye.